Hey, adopted community and friends. Just wanted to talk to you real quick on, of course, adoption. Adoption is a very sensitive subject for a variety of reasons. One of them is it could be tied to family secrets. Two, it could be associated with shame. And three, people just don't know how to talk about it. They don't know where to begin, where to start. I get it. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be talked about. It doesn't mean that we can't start. We have to start somewhere. Why not let me start? I'll start the ball rolling. Here, pass. I'm passing it to you. I'm passing it to others. We need to start talking about it. It's just as important as any other subject, but it's not discussed. Not on a wide scale. It's not discussed on a small scale. I don't see it. Do you see it? I don't see it on Facebook. I don't see it on Instagram. I don't see it discussed on TikTok. I don't see it discussed on Twitter. I don't see it discussed. I see it touched upon. Maybe somebody, a family may, this is my adopted son. That's the extent of it. We need to do more. We need to get in depth about it. Now, I did touch on the very beginning of my story. I have not gone into depth quite yet because, one, I don't know if I'm ready. I know it needs to be done, but I don't think I'm ready just yet. I'm still dealing with the death of my father, passed in October of last year. That's still tough. I have not actually fully dealt with the death of my mother. Sounds silly, but I haven't. I did not grieve correctly. She passed 7 years ago. These are my parents. These are the people that took me in at the tender age of 1 month old. The adoption was finalized in less than 3 months. That's my family. They were my family. They were my parents, right? I was adopted into the Maxwell, Brown, Barnett, Bethea, not Barnett, but Bethea family. Oh, I was born into that family. Yes, they are my family. Might as well say from birth, pretty much. That's neither here nor there. My point is, adoption is very sensitive. It's a touchy subject for a variety of reasons. It took me 44 years. Well, it didn't take me 44 years because I could not properly conceptualize that I was adopted until around between 10 and 12. So, but it took me a long time. I'm 44 now. It took me a long time not only to accept it. Wasn't that I didn't accept it because I was told at an early age. It was never a secret. It was one of those things where you were adopted. It's not a secret. It's not a big deal in the sense of, it's taboo. Like, no, it's not a big deal in the sense of, what's the word for it? Not a big deal in the sense that it's a negative, right? But it's a big deal. Like, you are special. You are ours now. You are loved, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it was not a negative. It was never a negative. My parents never wanted me to feel that it was a negative. It was a positive. It was like, we chose to love you. Bottom line, anybody has something to say about it, whatever, right? That type of thing. I don't know if my parents got any backlash from it, or I doubt it, because of who they were. My mom and dad were some of the best people you could ever meet. And there's a lot of people that can, agree with that. Some of the best. They were the people who loved me unconditionally. It's not even the word for it. They loved me unconditionally. They also loved everyone else unconditionally. Open door, open arms, open ears, open heart policy. That's who they were. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to celebrate them. By telling my story. All adoption stories are not negative. I want to change the narrative because even if the adoption the story is not a negative, sometimes it still has a negative connotation. Why? I'll go into that at some other point. The point for this video is to stress the importance of making the topic of adoption normal. Taking it off of the shelf, dusting it off, and saying, hey, I didn't forget about this. It's important. Why? Because the issues that come with adoptees are lifelong. They're lifelong. And if they have the proper support and the resources that they need, they will avoid some of the things that I did not avoid, right? Because I was kind of finding my way. It wasn't that my parents were not there. It was just that I did not know how to communicate that I was feeling what I was feeling, right? They would have gotten me whatever it was I needed. They would have, trust me. They were the ones they were not close. They would have, yes, you need what? Oh, got you. I'm here. If I can't get it, we're going to point you in a direction. We're going to get you the resources, right? So again, I'm stressing, it is of the utmost importance that we start to talk about this, that we don't continue to make it a taboo subject. It's evident in everything I see on social media. It is still it's not talked about. So 2 + 2 = taboo to me, right? It's not talked about. Why? I listed a few, but I know there are other reasons. Again, it took me up to now, I'm 44 years old, for me to actually openly talk about it on social media. I don't know how much more transparent a person can be than putting their business out on social media. So that was my first step into, completely accepting myself. Completely. That means the adoption part too. I was accepting other parts, but I wasn't fully accepting the adoption part. I was ashamed. I don't know why. Don't know why. Maybe for judgment, fear of judgment. People do tend to judge. That's another part. Another reason why people don't like to talk about it, I'm sure, judgment. Heck, I was adopted and didn't want to talk about it rarely because judgment. People judge. People are self-righteous for you name it, right? But I'm not letting this stop me anymore. And I don't want it to stop others from getting their story out, from talking about it, saying, hey, I need some help. I'm struggling with this issue. Yes, I am 33. Yes, I am 25. Yes, I am 44. Yes, I am 50, but I still have these issues and I need to talk about them. I need some help. It's okay. I'm here to let you know that it is okay. As I continue to, heal from my parents' deaths, and also as I continue on this journey to self-disclosure and acceptance, right, of this piece of my life, I'm adopted, I am going to go deeper. I am. Don't worry, I'm going to go deeper. It's just taking some time because it is a very sensitive subject. And it just, as I'm doing this, I'm unpeeling layers that were there that I didn't even know about. So it's that serious. It's that serious. Thank you for listening. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's become open-minded about this subject, guys. Please. Thank you. And remember, to the adopted community, even if nobody else accepts you, I do. Alrighty? Have a good one.